We just welcome our lineage Guru, the founder of the Buddhist school, to enter into the Homa hall. Now we will pay homage to the Lord Guru and the three jewels of the altar. Second, to all Bodhisattvas. Third, to all Herukas and Dhamma protectors. Inviting the primary supplicants for this Homa to come forward and present the offering of Hatha to the lineage Guru as a symbol of the highest honor.
Sammalaya,
Let's give a round of applause to show our gratitude to His Holiness for His blessings. Inviting His Holiness to bless the offering items at the gift shop. Thank you to His Holiness for your blessings. Now, with great reverence, we are inviting His Holiness to ascend to the Homa throne. Inviting Simu, all the Dharma Masters, reference, our distinguished guests and all participants to please be seated.
先让我们以最热烈的掌声，感恩根本传承上师圣尊莲生活佛为我们主坛十面空行母护摩大法会，也让我们以热烈的掌声欢迎师母莲香上师、世界各地的众上师、教授师、法师、讲师、助教、贵宾同门善信大德来护持法会。南无四面空行母护摩法会开始，拍掌弹指，观想真佛中。
The Singamuka Lion Festa Kini Homa Fire Operation has now begun. Visualize the Buddha lineage. Namo Vairocana Buddha, Namo Buddha Loka, Namo Amitabha Buddha, Namo Padma Kumara, Namo Living Buddha Liansheng. Visualize Grandmaster and all Buddhas Bodhisattvas radiating light to bless us. Recite the Guru Mantra 7 times. Recite purification mantras and the earth deity mantra. Recite invocation mantra. We sincerely invoke our lineage root guru, the white Mahapadma Kumara, His Holiness Living Buddha Liansheng. Our lineage root guru, the white Mahapadma Kumara, His Holiness Living Buddha Liansheng. Our lineage root guru, the white Mahapadma Kumara, His Holiness Living Buddha Liansheng. We sincerely invoke the main deity of Homa, Namo Singamuka. The main deity of Homa, Namo Singamuka. We sincerely invoke the main deity of Homa, Namo Singamuka. We sincerely invoke Namo Yamantaka Akala Natta, the four heavenly kings, the golden mother of the primordial Jetpan, Sima Bodhisattva, rainbow temples, all Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Herukas, Dhammapalas, Dakinis, and divinities. All the deities enshrined at the True Buddha Quarter, Seattle Lechang Temple, at the abode of the Southern Mountain, and True Buddha Seattle Chapter. Limbo temples, mountain god, earth god, plant god, wind god, water god, heavenly fire god, dragon gods, all divinities as well as city gods, to please radiate light and bless this home. Great homage using visualization, first to the Guru and all Buddhas. Visualize for prostration on the ground, release the mudra. Second to all Bodhisattvas. Visualize for prostration on the ground, release the mudra. Third to all Herukas and Dhamma protectors. Visualize for prostration on the ground, release the mudra. Fourth temple. Great mandala offering. From the offering mudra. Visualize the transformations of the offerings to become innumerable to fill the whole space. Make the offering above to the lineage root guru, all the lineage gurus, the main deity of Homa, Namo Singamuka, all Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Herukas, Dhammapalas, Dakinis, and divinities, in the middle to all heavenly beings, and below to all sentient beings. Recite the offering verse and mantra. Mount Meru, four continents and sun and moon, transform into precious offerings for the Buddhas. May these wondrous treasures and merits purge our karma to all of our civilization. Fall for refuge, visualize our lineage root guru, all the lineage gurus, Buddha jewel, Dhamma jewel, and Sangha jewel to form bright white light to empower us. Recite the mantra. action. Recite Vajrapani mantra 7 times. Inviting His Holiness to perform blessings with mala. Inviting His Holiness to perform blessings with mala. Inviting His Holiness to perform the ritual of opening the fire pit and to set ceremonial demarcation around it. Inviting His Holiness to lit the Homa fire and to perform mudra transformations for purifications, enrichments, magnetization, subjugation, and bardo deliverance, and to make all the offerings. The assembly will be reciting the heart mantra of the main deity of Homa today, Namo Shingamuka. During this time, you may also perform the Homa visualization. The emergence of of the main deity, the merging of the deity with the Homa fire, and the merging of yourself with the Homa fire. Then visualize the Homa fire burn away all the negativities and karma.
Lamdre Sammalaya,
Recite the heart mantras of the eight principal deities and incarnate Buddha Amitabha. Merit dedication. May Allah behold the Buddha ascend to the realm of utmost bliss, repaying fourfold generosities from above, aiding those in the three realms below. Upon seeing the Buddha, may we transcend life and death. Like the Buddha, may we liberate all. We dedicate the merit of this ceremony to our lineage root Guru. May you stay healthy, live a long life, with great self-mastery, continually turn the Dharma wheel in samsara. Inviting souls to perform the overall merit dedication. Om Sentom Ma Hong Pe. Asong Ma Hong Pe. Om Sentong Ma Hong Pe. Om Asong Ma Hong Pe. Om Rahula Hong Pe. Homage to Singamuka, the lion-faced Dakini. We pray, by your great power, subdue all the evil spirits and demons. Homage to Sentong Ma. We pray to Sentong Ma to guide the Bardo spirits to be reborn into the pure Buddha lands. We pray to Sentong Ma to bless so that those who suffer from illnesses be cured. May they gain their good health. We pray to Sentong Ma to bless all participants so that they can protect themselves. Their protection will strengthened, fortified. We pray to Sentong Ma to subdue all the evil spirits and demons. We pray to Sentong Ma to bless all participants with the bright wisdom enhanced. We pray to Sentong Ma to eradicate all the evil spirits and demons. Asong Ma, Rahula, homage to the Khoma of all deities descending, enhance radiance. Please bestow the great wisdom and the bright radiance and the great auspiciousness and the great fortune. And great benefits. Wholeheartedly we pay homage to Sentong Ma. We pray that you bless us so that our spiritual cultivation will go smoothly and perfect. May we benefit from our spiritual cultivation. May we improve our fruition and gain boundless radiance and to attain Buddhahood. May all of our prayers be granted. Om Sentong Ma Hong Pe.
Om La Hula Hom Hey.
To the gods of the heavens, gods on earth, may we be far from all calamities, may all calamities abandon us, let all disasters turn into dust. May all enemies and enmities vanish. May all evil spirits and demons, monsters vanish. We say 100 syllable mantra 3 times.
Ha 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 Bhagavan sawa tathagata pecamami mancha pecapawa mahasamaya sato ahom pei om peca sato samaya manupanaya peca sato tenupati cha ceco me pawa suto kaye me pawa sopo kaye me pawa anurato me pawa sawa sidi me puraya cha sawa kama sutame citamo sidi jan guru hop ha 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 Bhagavan sawa tathagata pecamami mancha pecapawa mahasamaya sato ahom pei om peca sato samaya manupanaya peca sato tenupati cha ceco me pawa suto kayu me pawa sopo kayu me pawa anurato me pawa sawa sidi me puraya cha sawa karma sutame citamo sidi jan guru hop ha 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 Bhagavan sawa tathagata pecamami mancha pecapawa mahasamaya sato ahom pei.
Great homage using visualization, first to root guru and all Buddhas. Visualize for position on the ground, release the mudra. Second to all bodhisattvas, Om, Ha, Hom. Visualize for position on the ground, release the mudra. Third to all Herukas and Dhamma protectors, Om, Ha, Hom. Visualize for position on the ground, release the mudra. Fourth half bow. Recite completion mantra. Now, please stand up and let's join our palms up with reference, and together we are inviting His Holiness to take the Dharma teaching seat. Please be seated. Homage to the Venerable Monk Liao Ming. Homage to Master Sakya Tsung-kung. Homage to His Holiness the 16th Karmapa. And homage to Master Tubdan Dorji. Homage to the three jewels of the altar. Homage to Sentongma, Asongma, and Rahula. 师母
各位上师、
all Dhamma masters, Dhamma educators, Dhamma teachers, Dhamma instructors, Dhamma assistants, directors of temples and chapters,
还有网络上的同门，
all disciples present here and over the internet,
集会的贵宾是
and our participating VIPs today are
生活中中委会会计师可以大师
accountant to True Buddha Foundation, Dharma Sister Teresa and her husband, Larry,
中天电视台给你点上新灯节目制作人
producers for Geni Tiansang Shinton from CTI-TV Taiwan, Dharma Sister Rebecca
中
Shiachi,
华民国侨务顾问谢明芳师姐，
and ROC Overseas Chinese Compatriots Affair, Dharma Sister Winnie Xie and her
中华
husband,
民国侨务顾问麦显辉先生，
and the advisor to the Overseas Chinese Compatriots Affairs, Mr. Mai
阳光
Xianhui,
共团成员
member of the Sunny Line Dance Group, Dharma Sister Erica Chen,
这里先通知大家，
first we would like to announce
礼拜天
next Sunday
22日
on October 22nd, Sunday at 3 p.m.
金刚
there would be the Vajra Kilaya or Dorji Purba Homa fire offering ceremony.
魔法会。
Vajra Kilaya
金刚的手印呢？
Homa. And the mudra for Dorje Purba is
可
you
以内国，可以
make
外国，
the middle fingers upright,
中指
whether
直立
the other fingers interlace inward or outward.
是普巴金
And
刚，
the middle fingers are very straight,
普巴金刚的手印，
upright.
稍微弯曲的
That's the mudra of
大
Vajrakilaya.
威德金刚，
If it's slightly
大威
curved,
德金刚，
that would be the mudra of
交
Yamantaka.
叉的
And if the middle fingers are
爱染
crossed,
明王手印，
this would be Ragaraja's mudra.
两个分开
And
的
separate,
地藏王菩萨手印，
the middle
金刚牙
fingers
手印。
are separate, that would be Siddhigarba's Bodhisattva, Vajra teeth mudra.
普巴金刚，
So
大
the
威德
difference,
金刚，
Vajrakilaya, Yamantaka, Ragaraja,
地藏王
Siddhigarba,
金刚牙，
Vajra teeth. All are this mudras.
它的种子是蓝色。Home
The sixth syllable
普巴金刚是蓝
is
色
the blue home for Dorje Purba
它的咒语是 Om
mantra.
Desa Jili Jilaya Sawa Tikane Bang Home Pei。短咒是 Om
The short mantra
多借 Home Pei Om Uba 多借 Home。这跟通知大家，下个礼拜天
So
是普巴金刚。
that's what we'd like to let you know, that next Sunday that would be of
那
Dorje
今天我们
Purba's.
做的是十面空心，
And today we perform the Homa of Lion Face Dakini Singamuka or Sentongma.
法律超
So the Homa
法律超
today has extremely tremendous power.
那最主要呢，它本身是
And most importantly,
空行
Sentongma or Singamuka,
来自于波叶佛母，
its origin comes from Prajna Paramita Buddha Mother and Dorje Pamu or Vajravarahi.
它是这三
And
是所有空
Sentongma.
行母的头。
So
波叶佛母
these three deities are the head of all Dakinis. So Prajna Buddha Mother, Dorje Pamu or Vajravarahi, and Singamuka or Sentongma.
可以讲是所有空行母的头。
are the head or the chief of all the Dakinis. And Vajravarahi has the Dharma power to subjugate. And Singamukha also has the superpower to subdue or subjugate. Extremely powerful deity. Why? We use the lion face as a symbol. Because the lion is the king of all animals. No one can exceed the lion. This is joke. Dogs were competing against each other to see who's the strongest. And there was this dog that always won over all other dogs. And one day, he saw a dog without hair lying under the roof, very lazy. And when this king of dogs walked by him, he did not stand up and show respect to him. So he challenged him. How come you're so lazy and you didn't show respect to me? And this hairless dog was slow and turned his head. And the king of dogs like, are you challenging me? Do you want to fight me? And the hairless dog said, sure. And they started to fight. And only for 2 strikes, the king of the dogs was soon beaten and lost. And he was so shocked because no other dogs ever beat him. And why is this hairless dog so strong and powerful? And then that dog said that before I lost my hair, everyone called me lion. So everyone called me lion. So lion was very strong, powerful, the king of all animals. He has tremendous, ferocious power. So the lion-faced Dakini is, of all Dakinis, she is the one with the strongest, tremendous, ferocious power. Sometimes only one deity descended, but today 3 deities descended, and they were the 3 great protectors of the Nyingmapa, and they were Sentongma, which was Singamukha or lion-faced Dakini, and Asongma or Ekadejati, and Rahula. Which they were the 3 great protectors of the red sect, Nyingmapa. All appeared together. So the ceremony today had extremely great, outstanding power. Within the radius of 50 miles, all the evil spirits and demons, monsters would escape. They were all cleared from this radius of 50 miles. And this deity has 2 extremely important Dharma practice. Let me check here.
哦，他的心啊，他的心际这边，他的心际这边
At her heart
会
chakra
发出蓝色的光片，光片，也就是他
can
的咒
radiate a blue
他的咒
light,
会发出蓝色的光片，蓝色的光片，
light
那个光片
razors,
非常锋利，像
and
旋
the
转
light
一样
razors are extremely
旋转
sharp
出去
and circling,
啊，大家
rotating
知道
around.
2016年10月3号，
As we all know,
10月3号晚上，
on October 3rd, 2016, at night,
到我家里来，
there were thousands, tens of thousands of demons, monsters, evil,
我
and
有不动明王，
ferocious spirits went to my house. And I did protection for myself by the akala on the four sides. This is doing protection, inviting akala to appear to protect, and with his hand holding the precious sword
愤怒眼，
and the two eyes glaring with ferocity,
上面的牙齿老，
and the
这
upper
个
teeth,
獠牙向下，
the
下
fangs,
面的牙齿老
Downward
向上。
and the fangs on the bottom teeth
南无三曼多摩
upward.
嗨，我是做这样子结界，四面都有。
So I did protection on the four sides this way with akala.
然后呢，我再做结界，这个也就是当力金刚。
And then I did the protection of Mahabala.
Om Mahabharaya, Hum Hum Pe. 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 都是在屋顶上，整个屋顶上。
And on the roof,
Mahabharaya.
they were all Mahabala, the great protector.
那天晚上，这个千军万马来，
So that night, when the thousands of soldiers and horses came,
蓝色的旋转的，
they appeared, the blue
飞出去，
revolving mantra
所
wheel
有的头全部砍掉，在头上面绕，
flying and
绕
revolve around heads, and all the heads were chopped off, fallen to the ground.
千军万马
Then all this army of
2016年
evil
10月
and
3号的晚上，
demons, evil spirits and demons
他讲了一句
were all chopped off, all the heads chopped off,
把庐
to the
山给摆
ground.
平，
because X commanded to them, go and
结果摆不平，
take care of Sang Yen Lu.
没有摆平，
But they did not succeed.
前金覆没，来的前金覆没，全部就是这个
So those who came were all
这个光网，
beaten to death.
火很细的那个刀，一直在旋转，
And with the very thin and sharp, like a razor
火
lights,
全部断，
they all
所有的
revolves
骨头
and
全部掉下
cut
来，
off all the heads of the ghost and
有
evil
几个
spirits.
这个有几个鬼逃得快的，
And there were several ghosts
回
that
去报告吧。
escaped very fast.
真的，
And
如
good
果
thing
这样
they
子
went back to
血
report.
流啊，如海，血流如海，
It was quite a bloody
尸首
battle.
如山。
and the corpses were like
自从那一次以后，
stacks of mountains.
叉叉府的所有的千万兵马的鬼众，
Ever
没有一
since
只来
then,
找世尊。
not even a single ghost or evil spirits, soldiers, demons, monsters from X ever dared
我
to
跟他们
come
喊呐，
find Grandmaster anymore.
喝大麦照，
And I had
有胆的不要跑，
called
啊，
on
有
them,
胆的不要跑。
if you dare,
你们不要
if
找我那些善良的弟子，
please don't run
不
away.
要找，
Please
找
don't
世尊。
find my kind and tender disciples,
为
but
什么你们没有胆
instead
找我？
come find Grandmaster Lu. But why don't you
因为
dare
世
to
尊
do
有
so?
护法太强，
Because Grandmaster has very powerful protectors,
利剑的光网出去，
has this very razor sharp light
全部
nets
是利的利刀这样
that
旋转，
revolves
旋转，碰到
with
的时候
sharp
就掉下来。
razors that go out, that
来不及跑了，
went out and chop off all the heads. If
这是第
they
一个
didn't
十面空行母，
run away,
心
then they were all dead.
蓝色的利刀的光
So
芒，
Singamuka has this
只要
blue
念他的咒语，
like
光
razors
芒出去，
by reciting her mantra,
逃遁到
and this net of light goes out, then all the evil spirits and ghosts would be taken care of.
他还有一种法器，
And she also
在
has
上面没有显出那
a
种，
weapon, a Dharma implement.
还有卡塔卡，有嘎巴拉，
They didn't show that, and there's also
有这个
Kachanka
叶刀，
and Kapala, the curved knife.
但是有一种法器没有显现出来。
But there's also a Dharma
这种
implement that
法
didn't
器就
show.
是在狮子的本身的双耳，
And
它
this
就是
Dharma
一种
implement
法。
is
这个法，
on the lion
我
face,
们不是以前在
and
乐
it's
团里面有呛呛呛呛呛
symbols.
呛呛呛
Like in the music group, they have symbols. Do you know what they are?
那个
The
东西
clashing
啊，
symbols.
你这个那个鬼啊过来啊，
So if there's a ghost coming, then you use that to crush the ghost.
变成肉饼，
Then they become
变成骂面，知道？ 变成肉饼，呛
ground meat,
就是了。
and they would be dead.
这个鬼摸着头赶来，
So if the head of the ghost dare to
但
come,
是没有中用的小灵，
like Shaolin,
什么是？
the useless Shaolin,
根
it's
本
gone.
人家那几只飞镖战士，对不对？呛一声，
So what's
耳朵
with
都聋，
this crash of the symbols?
呛一声，什么中孙
And
中孙。
有了啦。
okay, thanks. And also 中村义吾 with the crash of the symbols,
渡边一郎，
and 渡边一郎
这个黄金钱，
crash of the symbols, and Huang Jinqian crash of the symbols, and Lin Yangzi the crash of the symbols. They would all be deaf. Chang 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 chang.
那五个鬼从算起来，
So the 5 heads of
有本
ghosts.
领就来找我，
What's so big deal about
不
them?
要找我那些
If
善
you
良的
dare, come find me. Don't go find
摆
my
平一定要摆平
kind and gentle disciples. If you want to take care of, then take care of Seng Yan Lu
生活
instead.
中还好好。
If you can't take care of Seng Yan Lu, then True Buddha School
所以
will
它有
be
两个
fine.
法，这两个法很厉害。
So she has these
十面空
two
行母一个是用
remarkable dharma.
呛，
The Singamuka using the symbols, and the heads of the ghosts would die, would be dead, would become ground meat.
另外这个蓝色的昼日的光网
And then the other one is the blue mantra wheels that's razor sharp, like a net that can go out and chop off all the heads of the ghosts. So what's so big deal about X? Or the XX hall should be changed to small potato hall. Potatoes is quite big, should be like peanuts. Or baby peanuts. So the XX hall is the baby peanuts. It's like baby peanuts. With a mouthful, you're gone. With a bite, you would be gone. She thought that by worshipping or employing ghosts, then you've become the biggest one, but she did not know that the ones that can deal with ghosts the best is Grandmaster Lu. And she thought of herself as the greatest one. Actually, she's no big deal. She could not rise anymore. I don't want to play this game anymore. I don't want to play this game. It's meaningless to play with the ghosts. They just trick and they just play games on my kind disciples so that they don't sleep well at night. And then a few days later, the one that we talked about at noon today, at the eastern United States, in New Jersey. Okay, Lee. Please don't say the name. Someone by the name Lee. He or she was a volunteer at the X place. And after she's attached by the ghost, the ghost spoke on her or his ears and said, "Go buy a gun and kill people." So that's really horrible. You know the event in Las Vegas, I am still checking whether that was done by your ghost. And this Lee person from New Jersey, when I give the spiritual consultation, he or she told me, you know, I have a ghost attached to me. And I always have this thought, and there's a ghost saying things in my ears. Go buy the gun, go buy a gun, and just kill anybody you see. And he's trying to control it. He or she visualizes Grandmaster and recite Grandmaster's mantra to try to get rid of the thought. So your ghosts were really horrible, were really uncontrollable. And yet you still employ them? So I had no choice but to deal with you, because you were just too your behavior is just too much. You have harmed so many people so that they can't sleep at night. and they have interferences and disturbances, and they have thoughts of dying. And there are many people who heard the ghost said to go die. There are several people who have jumped off buildings, who have killed themselves. So it's gone this far, and yet you still try to worship and employ the ghost. And yet you said that this XX halls, the spirits there have become generals. And she said that that's a jumping stone to the double lotus ponds, that the XX hall is the same as the Pure Land of the Maha Twin Lotus Pond. You said all that. But can we allow that? No, no way. And she said, anyone that comes to Seattle, Lechang Temple, to request for repurification are traders. So what is repurification? Is that because you have been contaminated, so you come to Grandmaster's place to be purified again and to get rid of the contamination. That's called the repurification. And yet you claim that anyone that comes to Grandmaster's place for repurification are traders. What are you saying? You're trying to make them all to become ghosts? Now I am just befuddled. Am I the trader or are you the trader? All of a sudden, I lost my direction. So now, am I the one that's your disciple? So is it she that took refuge in me, or I took refuge in her? So who's the traitor? X is the traitor. Oh, thanks for reminding me. How could she say such things? What kind of words? What kind of statement was she making? It's like that she claimed that anyone that comes for purification was a traitor. That's just too much. And then she also said that Lianhua Chunfei brainwashed Grandmaster. So Lianhua Chunfei brainwashed Grandmaster. So where's Lianhua Chunfei? Did I ever wash your hair? Did you ever wash my hair? But you're not a hair salon, so but she claimed that Chunfei brainwashed me. So that's no need to talk more about her. Our lionfish Dakini is really incredible. Look at her mantra. You know, the mantra chanting was very loud earlier. Actually, it shouldn't be like that. It's not allowed. You should have chanted inside your heart. It shouldn't be recited loudly, otherwise even the dragon beings would be scared away. And the rule is never to recite Singamukha's mantra near the ocean, because the dragons would be scared to death. Because her power is just remarkable, tremendous. So typically speaking, you can only recite this mantra silently inside your heart. And also the boomerang shield mantra, the reversing mantra, is also incredible. In the future, when you recite this mantra, you can recite the boomerang shield mantra version of it. If she made the statement, go to Seattle and take care of the accountant of Seattle Temple, Reverend Lian Zi. What should Reverend Lian Zi do? She would jump even in the middle of the night. Then you recite the boomerang shield mantra. Then instead, X would be taken care of. There's not much time left. Only a few days left. Think about it yourself. Time is short. There's not much time left. So Sentongma's mantra is recited silently or softly or inside your heart. There is no need to recite it so loudly. Otherwise, all the ghosts and evil spirits within a radius of 50 miles all ran away, escaped, because we recited quite loudly earlier. And it said here, the Guru Padmasambhava in the forest was fighting with the 500 heretics, and they were all shaman who could also cast spells and recite mantra. And then Singamukha appeared and taught to Guru Padmasambhava the boomerang shield mantra. That's why Singamukha is Guru Padmasambhava's guru. And yet she's also his protector and yidam. This is why. Because Singamukha appeared and helped Guru Padmasambhava. She has the most ferocious boomerang shield mantra. And she said too, like I said yesterday, that the Golden Mother of our head temple is gone. It's okay. We still have the Golden Mother of Rainbow Temple, and also Golden Mother at the Tantric Quarter, and Golden Mother at the Southern Mountain. Also Golden Mothers here at the Homa Hall and in front of me here too. We have many Golden Mothers, not just the Golden Mother at the head temple hall, but the Golden Mother at the head temple is the greatest, the most responsive, and the most marvelous, remarkable Golden Mother. So what you said did not count. What I said counts. Very simple. Golden Mother. See? She has come, hasn't she? So what I said counts. She's right here in front of me. How could she claim that she's gone? So you're just bragging. Let's not talk about you anymore. Now let's talk more about Lamdre. There's one more thing I want to tell X. Golden Mother descended to Hualien, Taiwan, and her head temple is the Hui Tang. And the Golden Mother of that Hui Tang temple was blessed by me. Who accompanied me to the head temple of Golden Mother? Lianzi. Reverend Bien. So when I blessed Golden Mother, were you there? Yes. So the Golden Mother at the head temple of Hui Tang was blessed by Grandmaster. So to tell you more clearly, so Golden Mother descended at that place. This is the head temple of the Hui Tang and the Wangmu of the Seng An Gong temple. So Golden Mother Jinmu and Wangmu, the sovereign mother, is the same. Because Golden Mother is from the west, that's why she's also referred as the Golden Mother. Now let's talk about Lamdre. Dharma reliance. What Dharma is relied upon by practitioners with potential. It is like a flower and its fragrance. They are occupying the same space. And no difference. They use flower and the fragrance as the analogy. Flower and the fragrance of the flower. Can they be separated? No. They can't. They are inseparable. There is no fragrance without the flower. When there is a flower, there is the fragrance of the flower. They are not the same, but they are also not different. So the flower and flower fragrance are not the same. However, they are also the same, because without flower, there is no fragrance. When there is a fragrance, there is flower. So this is the Madhyamaka, the middle view of Nagarjuna. Not the same and not difference. If you study and talk or teach according to Madhyamakas of Nagarjuna, then that's Buddha Dharma. So what is this? The Vajra bell. It's actually just a piece of bronze. And it's made into the form of a bell, and the function is the sound, dang. So these three things are not the same, but they are also not different.
不对，
So
铜
the
就是
copper
就是金
or
刚杵
bronze,
吗？也不对，
is it Vajrabell? No. Is it
这个
Vajraceptor?
没有
No.
金刚铃，这跟这声音
But without the Vajrabell and the
会
sound,
产生声音出来，这就是它的作
it
用。
can generate the sound, and that's its
这个叫做
function.
体相用，
So that's called the
就是本体
the material or the nature, which is the copper,
用
and the form is the Vajrabell, and the function is the sound.
我们学佛也是一样，
It's the same in our Buddhist
身
studies.
体是一个体，
Our body is the
但是里面呢
material,
是佛性。
but inside the seed is the Buddha
那你
nature.
修了法呢，
And then once you practice the Buddha Dharma,
这个是不
you generate the light.
不一不异呀。
So this is the
跟大家讲，
not the same and not different. And this is the Madhyamaka of Nagarjuna. Now do you understand?
所以叫依所依法，
So that's why
依所依法。什么叫
it's
做所
called
就是你的身体呀，
according relying on the body and the
修了
Dharma.
法，依了法，你才能够成为菩提呀。
So by relying on the Dharma, you
靠
can
你的
attain
身
the
体来成
Puti.
为菩提。
You're relying on your body to attain Buddhahood or Puti.
能所相属，以秘密心所集之习气，系成熟于内。
The disposition that gathers at the secret mind matures inside the body. Upon maturity, external environment exists. Also, those having the external environment are complete insight, and those who are complete insight also resides at the secret mind.
本体
What I showed you just now,
幻象
the
金刚铃，
the true nature of the material is copper, and the outer appearance is the bell, and the function is the sound. So it's this statement
能
here,
所相属。
sense of
这
belonging.
一句话的能所相属，道国里面讲，
So in Lamdre,
你这个佛性
it said,
里面
Buddha
被污染
nature
成为习
inside contaminated would become habitual tendencies or disposition.
里面
When the disposition matures inside your body
外面的环境影响，外面环境影响，
and you're influenced by the external environment,
借据于内身，所有
and
外
with
境
the external environment
其实都是你心本身的显现。
are actually the outer appearance of your mind.
存于佛性，
And
讲了这么多啊，让大家
yet
不明白。
who's complete insight also reside at the secret mind. Nobody would understand with so many words, but if I show it this way, everyone now can understand.
这个本体就是铜嘛，
So the basic material or the nature is the copper.
构成的外
The
相
Buddha
就是一个
nature
人
is the
嘛
copper. And the outer form or appearance is the human being.
腔嘛，
And the function is the
腔就是它的
kyang,
作用嘛。
the sound. That's the function.
那你如果不好的东西污染了，
And if impurities
你的身体也
contaminated,
污染，
then
佛
of
性也
course
污
your
染。
body is contaminated, the Buddha nature is contaminated, and the sound is contaminated.
我这样子解释
That's
最
it. Now it's very clear with my explanation.
我们请叉叉来讲道果。
Now, if we invite X to expound on Lamdre,
请他来讲道果。这个要学佛啊，学很久，
you have to
心口讲。
study Buddhism for a very long time, and you can only understand upon explanations by your gurus.
跟鸟跟狗讲话有什么意思？
But
跟
you
猫讲话有什么意
instead
思？
talking to dogs, cats, birds, turtles all day long.
佛法吗？
What's
狗话、猫
this?
话、
That's meaningless. Is that Buddha Dharma? No.
告诉
That's just the languages of birds, dogs, cats, turtles.
不是佛法，
What's so big deal about that? That's not Buddha Dharma.
只在炫耀，那叫做炫耀。
You're just showing yourself off
你真的能讲话
to
还叫做
deceive
显密作
people,
众呢？释迦牟尼佛
to
来就是
deceive,
真的把
to
你
deceive
敲
people.
你的头啊！
So if Sakyamuni Buddha
成
is
佛吗？
here, he would beat your head. What are you talking that those about? For Buddhahood? This is just nonsense.
若问依何成因系，答
Ask how the causal continuum form. The answer, if the potential doesn't have the affinity to stride toward the convenient or practical application of the Dharma, then it becomes the cause of rebirth. But if the potential has the affinity to stride toward the convenient Dharma, then it is the cause of abundant suffering or nirvana. So if you don't encounter Buddha Dharma, then that's the cause of rebirth. But if you encounter Buddha Dharma, then that's the cause of nirvana and leaving behind suffering. So that's how you judge the causal
这个
continuum.
老人院里面呢，两个老人谈恋爱，
In the senior home, there are two elderlies who are dating,
一天
and they knew each other for many
老
years.
太太
And one day,
嫁给我，
the elderly man
老太太
proposed to the elderly woman, would you want to marry me? And the elderly woman thought about it and replied,
老
sure.
太太是怎么样子答复的？
And the next day, the elderly man could not remember what the elderly woman said
的是我愿意，
and called her.
高兴
And the woman replied, I said yes.
去讲，
And the man was very happy.
话给我，
And the woman
记不起
said,
谁向
but I forgot who proposed to me. Good thing that you called me.
两个人
So that's memory loss. The two elderlies
有一
had
天呢，师尊
lost their memories. So one day,
失忆，
Grandmaster would lose his memory and Simu
那时
too.
候怎么办呢？
And then, what would you do?
反正
What would
我
we
去外
do?
面我走出门外，我就没有回来了。
As soon as I leave the house, then I will not come back.
我到世界去，
Where would I go? I would travel around the world.
等有一天回来的时候啊，
And then one day, when I come back, Sumo would say, who are you?
啊，
Memory loss.
有一次乾隆皇帝叫纪晓岚跳
One
江，
time, the Emperor Qianlong asked Ji Xiaolan to jump into the river.
于是他就跨过栏杆。
And then
可是，
Ji Xiaolan said that
乾隆问他，
if the emperor wants me to die, then I would die. Then he just crossed the pole and came back out.
七言跟我说
And
啊
the emperor asked, how come
因为
you didn't
英明
die? Oh, because he met
跳江，
Qu Yuan,
然后
who jumped into the river
七言
and said that because he met
你
the
碰掉
the
没有英明的基础。
uh,
这纪晓岚想一想就爬
a
了。
bad emperor. So
这个人很聪明，哦
So Ji Xiaolan said, but no, my emperor is not bad, it's good. So that's why he came back out from the water. So Ji Xiaolan was really smart.
书诶
I have read his book.
我看过纪晓岚的书诶，叫什么书？纪晓岚写过什么书？
So now do you remember what books had Ji Xiaolan written? Now I'm asking you, what books has he written, Ji Xiaolan? Please raise your hands. Oh, you check on your computers, on your cell phones. No, you can't cheat like that. I've read his books. 夜为草堂笔记 Notes of the moon, read the reading hall, I guess, the reading study hall. Notes from the reading study halls written by Ji Xiaolan. There were books that Grandmaster have read that you have not read. Grandmaster has read lots of books, also Buddhist books. I have read all of Tripitaka. But now I like to ask X, have you read all of Tripitaka? It must have been taught to her by the dogs. Oh no, then the dog would be me. There were 3 people went to the cafe to buy breakfast. One said, I want the steamed eggs without egg yolk. And the shopkeeper did prepare that. And yet the next person, I want a steamed egg without the egg white. And he made that too. And then for the 3rd person, he's already become impatient. So how about you? And he was scared and said, I don't want the eggshell. This is quite meaningful. Egg yolk, egg white, and eggshell. They are not the same. They are not one. The eggshell and egg white and egg yolk, of course they are not the same. But they are also not different because they are all connected. So this is the Madhyamaka of Nagarjuna. Eggshell, egg white, egg yolk. Not the same, but they're also not different. So Nagarjuna Bodhisattva was incredible. He comprehended the middle view, the Madhyamaka. His sutras were already remarkable. And then the great dragon Bodhisattva brought him to his familial place. Lacha Chona. Nagarjuna is the sacred name of the Nagarjuna. Nagar meaning dragon, and Juna he was born under the Juna tree. So that's why he's called the Nagarjuna. So he's the guru, the patriarch of 8 schools. And the most important or the most famous one is Nagarjuna's Madhyamaka. And the treatises. All the treatises of Nagarjuna. And his disciple is Aryadeva with 1 eye. So the Madhyamaka, wherever you go, stays Madhyamaka. It's quite incredible. So the wife asked the husband, "Honey, if one day you lose me, well, how would you feel?" And the husband replied, "It's like meals or dishes without salt." And the wife said, "Oh, you're so eloquent that in your life, without me, then you have no more taste." And the husband secretly, softly said, "Fools. Of course, I will buy a bag of salt." So Nagarjuna's Madhyamaka is that the taste, salt, sugar, So if you have the knowledge of Nagarjuna's Madhyamaka on you, then you would be incredible. In the real life, that's also Buddha Dharma. And in the realm of enlightenment, that's also Buddha Dharma. Buddha, mind, and sentient beings, these three are not different. So the mind, the Buddha, and the sentient beings are not different. So can you comprehend this? So the mind, the Buddha, and the sentient beings are not different. And this is shown by Nagarjuna's Madhyamaka. Cai is the woods, rice, oil, salt, sauces, tea. I mean, all the daily necessities are no different. Let me tell you one more thing about Nagarjuna's Madhyamaka. There's a student. So a bowl is filled with poo of the pigs, and then you wash it clean, and then we put rice in it, and then give you to eat. Would you eat it? And the student said no. And then the professor said, you know, the bowl is guaranteed to be disinfected and cleansed. Would you want to eat it? And the student said, definitely no. And the professor was really shocked, but why did you eat the pig's intestine then? Because it's the same concept, right? It's the same thing. So if you understand Nagarjuna's Madhyamaka, then you would understand. It's just all in your mind. Because one thing you would eat, right? You would eat the pork's intestine. And inside it was the poo of the pig, right? It's just that it's been washed clean. You know, but the bowl is the same. So you place the poo of the pig inside the bowl, and then you clean it, and then
是不一，
That's the same, right?
但是也是不一。
So although the two of
猪
them
肠跟那个碗
were not the same, but they also were not different.
不一样啊，不一样没有错，也是不一，也是
So
不一。
although they are not the
同
same,
样这个道
they
理
are also not different.
都可以
It's the same theory, the same concept. You can eat them both.
是笑话，但是业
It's a
在教大
joke,
家中观。
but it's also teaching you the Madhyamaka view.
放学以后，儿子就讲，妈，
After school, the son said,
妈妈
Mom,
就讲别乱讲，
the teacher is even more stupid than I am.
老师
Hey,
写的
never
字
said
我还
that.
看得懂，
No,
我
that's
写
for
的
sure.
字老师看了
I
半天
can
都看不懂。
understand the teacher's writing, but the teacher cannot understand my writings.
好了，今天就讲到这里。
That's all for today. Om Mani Padme Hum.
非常感谢根本传承大师宝贵的法语开示。
We are very grateful to our lineage to Guru's precious Dharma teaching.
各自坐的椅子叠好
Now,
在两旁。
we are inviting you to help out with the chairs. And in a moment, there would be the empowerment for Singamuka or Sentongma. And during the empowerment, please remember to visualize the deity, to visualize that you are in union with the deity, form her mudra, and recite her mantra. And this ends the English interpretation today. Please remember to return your receivers. Thank you very much.
恭请圣尊赐予与会大众使用空行母佛咒咒灌顶，含皈依灌顶。 尊赐予与会大众十面空行母法及回折咒灌顶。顶礼坛城做观想大礼拜，1拜根本传承上师及诸佛，Om Ah Hom 观想顶礼，回天津神音；2拜诸菩萨，Om Ah Hom 观想顶礼，回天津神音；3拜诸护法金刚，Om Ah Hom 观想顶礼，回天津神音；4平等一起手。护摩法会圆满即将结束了，感谢根本传承上师的大加持，感谢师母、诸位上师、教授师、法师、讲师、助教贵宾、同门善信大德的护持，谢谢大家，阿弥陀佛。We now conclude this live broadcast. Thank you for viewing.